Our next award recipient is for the 2013 Tepper Alumni Service Award. That's Jon Kinol, MSIA, 1992. Jon has utilized his stellar career on Wall Street to blaze a path for many to follow him from the Tepper community. He's always championed the Tepper School as a corporate recruiter, opening the doors to careers on Wall Street for hundreds of students and alumni, as well as returning to campus to speak to students, host alumni receptions, and serving as a valued contributor on 2 Tepper School boards. Jon shared with me earlier that it's easy for him to come back home to Pittsburgh, so we're lucky to have him as both a Pittsburgh native as well as a Carnegie Mellon alum. Jon joined Deutsche Bank after graduating from CMU in 1992 and rose to become the head of rates trading for North America and simultaneously helped to establish one of the most successful recruiting relationships in the history of the Tepper School. His leadership greatly enhanced the Tepper School's presence in the financial services industry. An impact player in his field, Jon has been an enthusiastic mentor and coach to younger alumni, investing his time, energy, and resources to assure their opportunity to achieve and succeed. Additionally, Jon volunteers a significant amount of time as a member of the Tepper School Business Board of Advisors, the Masters in Computational Finance Advisory Board, hosting Tepper School events in New York, and participating on numerous alumni panels in New York City as well as on campus. He's also been recently appointed to the U.S. Treasury Borrowing Advisory Committee of the Securities and Financial Markets Association. In 2010, he joined Credit Suisse as the head of global interest rate products, where he continues to build on his career accomplishments and establish another strong recruiting and philanthropic pipeline back to the Tepper School. An outstanding role model for alumni, Jon's commitment to his alma mater exemplifies the best of Carnegie Mellon and the Tepper School community. For his extraordinary support and example, we're honored to give the Tepper School Alumni Service Award to Jon Kinol.
Thank you, Paul. It's an honor to receive this award today. When I look back after leaving here 20 years ago, I look back, a couple of the most rewarding and personally fulfilling things that I've done is really this relationship with CMU and how it's grown through the years. When you look at that, there's been a lot of help as well with the recruiting that we've done here, with the help that I've had from the people at CMU, and I think I'd like to discuss them as well. And it starts with that Ken Keeley, who retired here a few years ago, and he was working at the COC, really was instrumental in bringing up the developing the relationship. Working with Carolyn Hess-Abraham, and she's working on the development side. John Stenenberger on the alumni side, as well as being able to work with two great deans, Ken Dunn and Bob Damon. So I was asked to share some idea or some thoughts on why I got so involved here and what drove me to that. And that was actually really easy. It really just comes down to two simple things. Number one was the quality of the people that we recruited from here. When I first had a job where I was managing, we had a large options book. It's very complex. It needs a lot of analytical type of work and computational work. So I said, well, why don't we go to CMU? We'll recruit there. Met a lot of great candidates. We hired a few, and they did absolutely fantastic. They came through the organization, so did very well. Other managers at the bank said, where did you get those people from? He said, we got them from CMU, helped grow that relationship, knowing that there was this very fertile vein of great talent that we've had here. So that is the main thing that drives it. So the quality of student that you get here, and what was talked about earlier, the work ethic is fantastic. Not only that, but the education you get here is fantastic. And then so people were able to leverage that to a large degree when they get to the bank. So we've had great success there. So all in all, just simply, the people that we hired here made the business better. And that's probably the number one issue. The second issue, as Paul has discussed, I'm from Pittsburgh, so to a large extent, like I said, being around the Pittsburgh, this institution has great respect throughout the city. So I was just kind of happy to be here. I was very happy to get in here and get an education from here. And then after I graduated, I realized what an impact it had on my career overall. It opened up doors that would not have been open to me before. And also when I started working, I realized the tools and some of the knowledge I gained here and how much I could leverage that. So then I felt this idea of, I'd like to share that and give back in some way, shape, or form. So that was the two main reasons. And And just in closing, I just have a quick remark for basically the students that are still here, is that the respect that we have internally, it will not be greater than what the respect that we have outside the university. So the respect that we have internally is hugely important. So when you're here at the university, it's very important that you support the university and support the brand. Obviously, you guys are all business majors, so you should understand brand. So support the brand and make the brand better while you're here. And then once you get out in the world, you can continue to support the brand. You'll do very well, and it reflects very well on CMU. And at that time, you'll have opportunities in your life to help somebody for career advice. Maybe somebody that's looking for a job, you'll be able to direct them to places in your firm to basically get people to hire, as well as potentially help financially. And then I think maybe 20 years from now, you'll look back and see some of the impacts that you would have and find out that those efforts and that work that you did as well would be some of the most rewarding things that you've done. So thank you.